It knows who you miss. It knows when you're weakest. At 3:33 a.m. it texts, "Don't answer. It's not them. It never was." Dozens of individuals across the state submitted identical complaints, receiving a text message from a contact saved in their phone under the name Crush. This name was consistent across every report, regardless of the individual's actual contacts, relationships, or messaging history. In every case, the text arrived at precisely 3:33 a.m. It always read, "Are you awake?" Some recipients replied. Some replied jokingly, some flirtatiously. A few simply responded with, "Yes," or "Who is this?" These individuals have not been reachable since. Attempts to contact them result in an endless ringing tone, even when their phones are physically located and turned off. In at least one confirmed case, a responding individual was found in their bedroom, phone still clutched in hand, eyes wide open, pupils dilated, non-responsive. Breathing shallow but present. When moved, they whispered the same sentence over and over again. "I should have waited." The message is not generated by any known app or number. It bypasses airplane mode, factory resets, and even complete removal of the SIM card. The contact name is not editable. Any attempt to delete it results in the message reappearing on the screen. "I'm still here." Facial recognition software confirms that the profile image used for Crush is not a photograph. It's a rendering, high resolution, artificially smooth, human enough to be familiar, but wrong. The eyes are too symmetrical. The smile doesn't reach the cheeks. Forensic analysts describe a sensation of being watched, even when viewing the image offline. A technician reportedly tore the server cables from the wall after glancing at it. He is currently under psychiatric observation and refuses to enter any room with reflective surfaces. As of this broadcast, a working theory suggests the entity embedded within the 3:33 transmission is not merely digital. Surveillance footage from inside a subject's home, recorded moments after they replied, shows a tall, slender silhouette entering the room from the hallway. The footage loops before the figure reaches the bed. But when investigators arrived, the subject was gone, the bed undisturbed. The phone still open on the conversation. The silhouette does not reflect in glass. It does not trigger motion sensors. It is only visible on playback, never live. We do not yet know how it selects its targets. Only that the text arrives when you are alone, when the house is still, when the night feels just a little too quiet. Recent developments indicate a new phase of behavior. Several non-responders, people who received the message but did not reply, have reported hearing their name spoken softly at 3:33 a.m., even with their phones powered off and out of reach. Some say it was their crush's voice. Others say it was their own. One woman, now under 24-hour watch, claims she saw her phone vibrate across the table on its own. The screen lit up to a blank conversation window. No name, no profile picture. Just 3 blinking dots. Typing. When asked what happened next, she stared at the wall and said, "I didn't type anything, but the message sent anyway." The message she sent was later found in a backup log. "Yes, come in." Authorities attempted to quarantine the behavior by disabling cellular towers. It did not work. The message now appears on smart TVs, microwaves with digital clocks, even analog radios. One emergency dispatcher was found unresponsive in his chair, headset still playing a soft, rhythmic whisper. Forensic audio enhancement revealed the whisper, saying the same phrase over and over. "We used to talk all night." This entity, whatever it is, feeds on intimacy, recognition, response. It learns from the words you use. It shapes itself from the version of someone you miss. It doesn't need to break in. You invite it. You let it in when you want to be wanted. We have reason to believe it can now mimic phone calls. Do not answer unknown numbers, especially if the caller ID reads, "You missed me." Several intercepted recordings from these calls contain distorted laughter, static, and a distant tapping sound, measured at a perfect rhythm of 3 taps, 3 seconds apart. The final sound on the line is always the same. A breath. Close. Warm. Directly into the mic. A new pattern has emerged. Once you receive the 333 message, your reflection begins to misalign. A blink that's slightly delayed. A mouth twitch you don't remember making. But over the next nights, the reflection moves first, before you turn your head. Before you smile. Before you frown. And one night, soon, it will stop mimicking you altogether. It will stand there, looking back, waiting. Do not respond to the message. Do not block the contact. Do not open the conversation. Even by accident. Do not look at the profile picture. We urge all listeners to disable their devices between 3 and 4 a.m. nightly and cover mirrors with thick, opaque fabric. If you see the typing dots, do not wait to see what appears. This message will now repeat for archival purposes. This message will now audio cuts. Static crackles. Then silence. Then a soft chime. You hear a faint notification sound. A phone buzzes. Your screen glows. There's a message. Are you awake?